Hello everybody, welcome to the Southend Guide Paranormal channel. This is Adam, and in this bonus content I'm going to show you one more time the landscape from the air where Billy Jasper dropped off Mr. D, where he allegedly carried out the deeds. So we're going to start from where my bike is parked. This is roughly the spot where I believe Billy parked his Fiat. I know this is open to interpretation, but it describes two gates, one to the left, one to the right. On the right hand side where you've just seen, there's a gap in the trees. There's a fence there now. There could well have been a gate at the time. And also now we're going down the path, the first bit of path that I walked down, and we're going to come up to what is another set of gates. Again, one either side. The one on the right is a gate. The one on the left has like one of those gates that prevents wildlife, or rather livestock, from getting out. And you can just about see that lovely man standing down there. That's me. That's where I'm flying from. It's a nice open area. There's no people walking around. And what we're about to do now is go up the first bit of the path. Most of this, by the way, is actually public footpath. The muddy bit that I was on, plus this bit that goes up through the fields. This is what we're going to see now. As I said, you can see the gates either side there. So again, there's another set of gates, left and right. And we're going to go down the field, or the first field, and then what we're going to do is come to a hedge line where you can see a path that cuts through another field. Now, as I said on Thursday, this is my last port of call to do this because the crops have started growing again. They're still relatively close to the ground. The issue I had last June when I'd done this was that obviously with the crops and the general foliage having sprouted, it was a lot thicker and a bit harder to work through. So, as I said, this is my last port of call to do this in conditions that wouldn't have been too far off from that night in December. And this point here, you can just about see there's a gap in the tree line where there was that little bridge that I crossed. There's a little tiny thing over the ditch. There's like an old, really old bit of gate there. And now we're coming into the next field. That's the spot where I slipped over, and we're going to follow this down to the end of the tree line where you can see now appearing, this will be Third Lake, or the newer one. This is the one that wasn't there in 95. So what you're about to see is a more direct route that would have been that would or could have been taken on that night in the absence of a lake. Okay, and you're also going to see where we are in respect to what is now the Remembrance Fields, and obviously just past that Workhouse Lane. So here we go, we're just panning up, and you can see beyond the lake the two fields where the Remembrance the Remembrance Field is. So now what we're going to go do is just fly across the lake, pretty much as the crow flies, to the final tree line you'd follow to bring you out into Workhouse Lane. So you can see now we're coming up to the last bit of the Remembrance Field. There's that caravan I mentioned spotting when I was walking along the other side of the trees. Just below this bit of tree and hedgerow is where the stile is that I hopped over. So we can come through here, again with the other side of the tree line. Remember I originally spoke about this, and why does no one look at this? I've now looked at it in a lot of detail now. So now we're stopping. Obviously Workhouse Lane's to the right. and if you look down to the bottom right now, you will see the gate that I hopped over. And then as we circle around a bit further, what you're going to be able to see is where that gate brings you out, and it actually drops you relatively nicely behind where the Range Rover would have sat, which just as we're flying over now. On this bit I'm going to show you the route I actually took, because obviously the lake's there, so this is the diversion route I had to take. So we're, instead of as the crow flies, as you just seen, we're just going to walk around the tree line, which basically lines at the edge of the lake grounds. So now we follow the tree line down again. Whereas on that first clip we would have come out somewhere around here. What we're coming up to now, obviously that diversion I've had to take a more scenic route. So now what we're doing is coming to the end of that tree line, a bit of field, and you can see the foliage and just about to see the stiles again. So there we go, tree line, tree line, tree line. If you look to your right, that's where the huts were with all the memorabilia. If you look to your right now, you've got the little sign, that's more or less where the Range Rover was. So now we're going to stop again. You can see the gate that I hopped over, and again you can see it a bit more closely. Now they brought you out nicely behind the Range Rover. Okay. And then once we've done, we've hopped back over the field, and now I'm just going to follow the line back again. So there's that caravan again, obviously the huts. Alright, and there's that tree line. As I say, what Mr. D probably would have done at the time was just that field that we're now looking at would very much have cut across that instead of taking the route that I did. Alright, now the rest of this video, you're going to see the landscape from different angles, so you hope to build up a clear picture of exactly what those grounds look like. Alright, and see that there's nothing untoward there that would prevent you from crossing those fields to get from Rectory Lane over to Workhouse. Now I'm going to pretty much leave the Billy Jasper and Mr. D line there as it stands. Anything else I feel would just be going over old ground again. So unless any new information comes to light regarding Billy Jasper or Mr. D, then this is basically my lot for Billy and Mr. D, or the inquiries into that. There's no more new ground I can really cover on this, unless new stuff comes to light, of course. So I'm going to leave it there. I look forward to seeing you Monday night, possibly Tuesday, given my busy schedule at the moment for the vlog. Maybe we can have a discussion about it, and also, as I say, there's going to be a live vlog coming up very soon. I've done one for a while, but hopefully we can do one very shortly. So I'm going to leave it there. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you're enjoying this content. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, share my channel with others. Obviously the work I do doesn't come for free. It all comes out of my pocket to do all this, so everything you can do to help bump the algorithms up for my channel I would very much appreciate. if you do want to support me financially, if you want to drop me a couple of quid, go to my main page and you will see there is PayPal and Patreon links there. Again, thank you so much for watching. We'll see you again, and love and light to you all, and God bless you all. My name's Adam, and this is the Southend Guy Paranormal Channel.